gift certificate if you're still not sure.
Most beautiful woman in the world, in every way.
Dad, shouldn't you be resting?
I never felt more relaxed in my life. I'm surprised to see you still up after your long first day waiting tables at the yacht club.
Well, if I go to sleep, I'll just wake up again when Rosanna gets home from her date with Hutch.
Oh, would you like some pear or some hot chocolate?
No, the calories. Oh, I wouldn't be able to get into my uniform. Dad, you know what? I've been thinking of getting contact lenses.
Lenses? I thought you always said they gave you too much trouble.
Well, Hutch says that I probably shouldn't wear my glasses around the pool. I took them off when I was getting a swimming lesson, and someone almost stepped on them.
Well, I see. Yeah, I guess I could get you some lenses.
No, I'll get it myself. I got a paycheck coming in now.
Oh, that's right. I guess you do. Debbie, I know you were hoping to have a swimming lesson from Hutch after work today.
Oh, hey. No big deal. I think I'll go and get some air.
Ned. It's okay. She'll be all right.
Yeah, I sure hope so.
Hi, hope you guys...
Where's Emma?
What's going on? We'll tell you later.
If we don't act fast, I'm not sure who's gonna make it.
No sign of him, Margot. That bedroom's a mess.
Now, I can't believe Scott would just walk out of here, leaving the door unlocked, all the lights on.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. Maybe he was involved in what happened in Ms. Alcott.
Yeah, don't jump to conclusions, Caleb, right?
Sorry, I know the guy was your brother-in-law.
First rule of police work, stick to the facts.
Right. But shouldn't we tell the lieutenant about this?
No, I want to check with Tom first. Maybe Scott's been in touch with him.
Maybe we should check his messages.
Scott, it's Neil. If you're there, please pick up the phone. I know you're furious with me, but we have to talk. I realize I was out of line saying what I did about Michael's death, but your storming out wasn't the answer. No matter how angry you are, please come back here. I love you, Scott.
Here you are. So, what should we drink to? How about love? After all, you are taking pity on a poor divorced man on his anniversary night.
Oh, his wedding night.
And you didn't have a great evening yourself, having to watch your daughter with her new Romeo cavorting about, ignoring you.
You're mistaken. I asked you over here because I wanted to give you a brandy and I want to talk to you about a holding company.
Well, of course, I know that, and you know that, but you know there will always be people at Worldwide who see just what they want to see.
Yeah, on what level? Thelma?
I have a feeling Scott thinks that I have the inside track with you.
I don't care what Scott thinks, so long as he continues to be productive. And actually, I feel he's losing his edge.
Well, he keeps drinking the way he was tonight. He's bound to. Some people can do it.
He was surly tonight with me about Neil. He was rude.
Well, I have a theory. I think our Neil is keeping some secrets from us, and I think one of those secrets exploded in Scott's face, and that's why he was in such a foul mood.
Love secrets. What?
Well, if I knew, you could call me Sherlock Holmes.
Excuse me, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, darling.
Okay.
Oh, come and have a drink of brandy.
Lucinda.
Something has happened. I didn't want you to read about it in the morning paper.
Oh, dear. Should I sit down?
You might want to.
Yes.
Neil Alcott is dead.
question is, how can you make all those foods you love in a way you can feel better about?
Chef Bert Wolf.
Here's one good answer. 90% unsaturated Crisco oil. You see, when you're cooking with oil, you want to cut back on saturated fat. Compared to olive or corn oil, Crisco is lower in saturated fat. Crisco looks light, and there's no heavy oily taste. When you make what you love, make it smarter. Make it with Crisco.
Cooks who know, trust Crisco.
You better sit down for this. The tampon you probably used was designed ages ago by a man. A woman gynecologist designed OB. It expands all around. It helps prevent fluid going by. OB, you can stand up for it.
I knew something must be wrong. I was getting these sharp pains, and sometimes pressure and bloating. I'm glad I asked my doctor. He said it was gas, and recommended Mylanta Gas.
Mylanta Gas. It has the best medicine for gas.
Thank you.
To all of you attracted by Buick's reputation for quality, but who think a new Buick is beyond your means, may I make the following suggestion? Go see the new Buick Skylark Custom. It is every bit a quality Buick. And as the most affordable Buick for 1993, it makes Buick quality more attractive than ever.
So we got back from the cellar, and we're sitting outside Cal's just talking and hanging out, and the next thing I knew, I sort of heard Comet whinnying a little bit.
I didn't think anything of it, but Hutch knew right away that something was wrong. You know, I'm going to go get my boots on, okay?
So we went out to check on him, and he's out of his stall. He's laying on the stable floor. His eyes are rolled back up in his head. His tongue is hanging out. I'm almost positive that it's colic.
Oh, that's what babies get.
Well, yeah, but it's much more serious in horses. See, the gut goes into a spasm. It can kill him.
How did they get that?
But it's probably from something he ate. I don't know. I hope that Emma gets in touch with the doctor. I know there's some kind of shot that you can give to him.
Anything else you can do?
The only thing you can do is just try and get him up and get their digestive system working again. But we tried coaxing him up. He doesn't want to budge. He's just laying there.
Okay, thank you. I'll wait here for the call. Thank you.
Well?
Oh, Dr. Swenson is delivering a cow breech birth or something. She's going to get him the message as soon as possible. She's going to call the other doctor and have him call me. I'll wait here. You should get the horse up on his feet. Get him moving around.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. I'm not going to let that horse die.
It just doesn't seem possible. She was fine. She was in healthy and fine form. Earlier, what happened? Was there an accident with her car?
No, I received an anonymous tip to go to Neil's apartment. I would find a dead body. I thought it might be a hoax, so I went myself before I called the police. When I arrived, I found the door partially open and Neil dead on the floor. The police arrived shortly after I did. They probably got an anonymous tip as well.
Well, but I mean, it's impossible to even believe this. She was so vital. She was so full of life. What was it? An intruder or something? What did they do? What happened?
The police have asked me not to divulge any details.
Great. Oh, Scott. Did Scott know?
No, not as far as I know. Margot tried to reach him from Neil's apartment. She and Caleb Schneider have gone over to his apartment to wait for him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. The poor man. He absolutely adored her.
So did Royce Keller, apparently.
Oh, I think you're wrong about that. He was fairly civil. They socialized a little bit. What?
Royce Keller and Neil Alcott were brother and sister.
Looks like he packed up and left in a pretty big hurry.
Facts, Caleb. Somebody, not necessarily Scott, went through his closet and bureau drawers. Well, you don't know for a fact if anything's missing. Right, maybe there wasn't even an extra suitcase. Maybe he didn't have a complete set. Or maybe the intruder took the stolen goods in the suitcase out of the apartment, right?
No sign of forced entry.
Yeah, well, no sign visible. We haven't done a complete search.
Just seems like a pretty big coincidence, that's all, considering what happened to Ms. Alcott. What about that message on the machine?
What? People in love have arguments all the time.
It sounded like they were arguing about Michael Alcott's death. Now, I know you had doubts about closing that case. Maybe now they'll reopen it, huh? Now that we know that Royce was Neil Alcott's brother, it puts a whole new spin on things.
Yeah.
Look, I know this isn't fact. It's just a hunch, okay? But just suppose that Scott killed Michael Alcott, and Neil found out about it and confronted him with it. Maybe he panicked, got violent. I don't know. Maybe he...
Caleb, look. Scott loved Neil deeply. He wanted to marry her.
Margot, at the academy, they taught us that in domestic situations like this, 9 times out of 10,
Scott?
the victim knows the killer.
Not a killer.
Okay. But shouldn't we at least take the tape down to the station?
We can't. We don't have a warrant. By rights, we shouldn't even be in here.
Well, what happens if Scott comes back and erases it? I'm not saying that he would do it on purpose or that he's guilty or anything. But that could be a valuable piece of evidence. Maybe it's the last time anyone heard from him.
Yeah, I'll call for a backup. Once we get an officer posted outside, then we'll go get a warrant. And I'll bet you, once we find Scott, he's going to explain everything.
Hey, what's this?
What?
A scrapbook. It's filled with articles about Michael Alcott's death.
Now, Renewsit introduces an electric air freshener that lasts 45 days.
New Renewsit Electric Long Last.
Renewsit lasts a long, long time.
That's 45 days of freshness.
Renewsit lasts a long, long time.
Renewsit contains natural fragrance oils. And great news, Renewsit Long Last refills fit Glade plug-ins perfectly.
Try the new electric air freshener that lasts 45 days.
New Renewsit Long Last.
Renewsit lasts a long, long time.
This Father's Day, give him the revolutionary Gillette sensor. The best a dad can get.
How come your skin has been looking so good lately? Are you using some $20 an ounce moisturizer?
Me? I'm using this great new one from Suave.
Suave.
Uh-huh.
They make a moisturizer?
Oh, yeah.
No kidding.
No kidding.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They look like them. They taste like them. But they don't move like them. New Lifesavers Gummy Savers. Made with real fruit for great fruit taste. So you can move to a different beat.
When Marty advertised for a new roommate, she never dreamed he'd be obsessed with keeping her all to himself. Tonight, Justine Bateman, Adam Baldwin, Deadbolt.
Live, grab your family for a wild night of entertainment as kids find exciting ways to save the environment. Join host Ann Jillian for a SeaWorld Busch Garden Summer Celebration Wednesday.
This brings back memories. Yeah, thanks, you guys, for helping. The storm really made a mess of things.
Sure. I liked working here. So how come you and your husband were promoted to manager and I was always a lowly waitress?
As the glamorous big bucks model. Haven't you noticed I've been demoted to pool duty by my wife, the manager?
Yes, and you do pretty good work, Dixon. You know, I hope I am still going to be manager now that Damien Grimaldi's buying the place from Kirk.
I think you're safe, considering who Mrs. Grimaldi is.
I just can't get over Lily not being married to Holden.
I know. It's not like they had a real marriage after Holden's accident now. Maybe they'll be happier apart.
But how can you be happy apart from somebody that you love that much? Or am I just a hopeless romantic?
Hopeless, that's the word. You know, I had a thought. If you did lose your job, we could spend all these beautiful summer evenings together. What do you say?
If I did lose my job, we'd have trouble making ends meet, let alone me being able to save enough money to go to Oxford this summer.
Are we back to the B word again?
The B word?
Budget.
Ha! If you guys are going to talk finances, I'm going to take a swim.
Yeah, let's take a swim.
Oh, I have to tally tonight's receipts, but I'll join you.
Okay.
Brings back memories.
Yeah, it does. Some good, some not so good, some great.
If you had to do it over again, would you?
Would I do it differently?
Yeah.
Better believe I would.
Really?
Yeah, I don't regret anything. I don't regret us. I mean, if we hadn't gone through what we had to go through, I would keep denying my alcoholism, would never have met my wife. Maybe we wouldn't have found our way back to each other, and you wouldn't be engaged to Caleb.
Sure do love that girl, don't you?
Truly, madly, deeply. Sickening, isn't it?
Yes, sickening. I think it's wonderful.
Are you having trouble with your cop?
No, actually, things are great between us. I was just thinking about running into Link tonight.
He makes you uncomfortable, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, he makes me nervous. I can't help but remember the last time he showed up in Oakdale. Caleb found out about the affair we'd had in Seattle, and that was the beginning of the end of our marriage.
And you can't really blame Caleb for being jealous. I mean, you did lie to Caleb about Link, right?
Yeah. Don't remind me, okay? It's just that, things would be so much different. Not just for me, but Lily and Holden wouldn't have broken up. I wouldn't have had Aaron.
Yeah, it happened, Julie. It happened. We all are facing the consequences now. But let's not dwell on it, and don't blame Link.
I don't blame Link. But all the same, I think I'll just steer clear of him.
You're probably not the only one who's going to be doing that.
Oh, yeah. Boy, if Link makes me nervous, I can't imagine Connor's feeling too comfortable about it right now, either.
Well, you just tell Buzz that I said to fly that plane like he's carrying the most precious cargo on Earth, which he is. You. Yes. Oh, Cal, I miss you already. Listen, have you had any word on Dottie since her fall? Nothing new? Okay, will you give her my love when you see her? Okay. Right now, I was just having loads of fun going over paperwork on the merger. Well, you may not be near me, but your shirt is. In fact, Cal, it's the only thing I'm wearing right now. Maybe we'll see about that when you get back. I love you too, Cal. You take care. Bye. Who is it?
Wayne, Thomas in trouble. I thought you'd want to know.
What's wrong with him?
He's down. Hutch thinks he's got colic.
No.
I'm heading out there now to lend a hand.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get ready and I'll go with you. What were you thinking?
Lots of things.
Like?
Like what if the servants walked in?
Well, I don't think they will because, I sent them all to bed. And just for good measure, I locked the door.
Pretty sure of yourself, aren't you?
Well, let's just say there were certain sparks flying between us up on the ridge. And here over dinner. And if those sparks ignited, I just wanted to be prepared.
I get the feeling you're always prepared.
I try to be. I hope this was as special for you as it was for me.
What do you think?
let's go.
Are people everywhere trying to tell you something? Yes, Dentine freshens your breath and makes your mouth taste clean, not sweet. So brush your breath clean with great tasting Dentine.
In the battle against plaque, the Colgate Plus toothbrush is armed to the teeth with a diamond-shaped head and dual bristles to help combat plaque, even between teeth. Colgate Plus, in the fight against plaque, it's a plus.
Any tear-free shampoo is okay for your baby.
Not my baby.
Just because a shampoo claims to be tearless, that doesn't mean it has Johnson's patented No More Tears formula. It's as gentle to eyes as pure water. No wonder more hospitals use it.
There we go.
Johnson's Baby Shampoo. Because your baby is all that matters.
When America goes on vacation, that's when I go to work. Problem is, it's also when I get really tough allergies. Not just sneezing and watery eyes, but sinus pain and pressure. I tried another allergy medicine, but it didn't work on all my symptoms.
That's why there's Tylenol Allergy Sinus. Its 3 powerful medicines relieve more symptoms than the leading allergy medicine.
Out here, I need something that works. Because this job isn't just a walk in the park.
Tylenol Allergy Sinus. Allergy relief clear to your sinuses.
Look who's staying at the Golden Palace. Angel of Death.
Angel O'Death. An Irish boy.
Then, a hair-raising comedy with Robert Hayes.
Swimsuit issue.
The old barber shop goes unisex.
It's not like any of these ladies in here are naked. This one's close.
All new Cutters, Friday, right after the Golden Palace.
Eye to Eye with Connie Chung, coming June 17th.
I'll be happier when the doctor gets here, but at least the horse is on his feet, thanks to Hutch.
Oh, wasn't he wonderful?
Yes.
He's so good with animals.
He is. He has such an instinct. Yes, he does. I have a feeling, though, it's going to be a long night, so we should make some sandwiches and plenty of coffee.
Yeah, you know, I don't see why Rosanna couldn't have helped with the sandwiches.
Well, Rosanna is helping. She has experience with horses. She's with Hutch there.
Well, how much experience could it possibly take to lead a horse around?
Debbie, listen, it's not about that. It's not about who's doing what or who's staying with Hutch or... It's about helping a horse who's dangerously ill.
I know that. I was just... I'll just get the coffee.
How you doing, huh?
Hey, Hutch.
Hey, Ned.
How's he doing?
Well, we got to keep walking him for at least 15 minutes. He's got to stay moving. He can rest after that, but not for long, because he'll go down on us
Where's
again.
the vet?
I don't think we can count on the vet, because
Hey, you got him on his feet. That's good work.
Hey, Elaine. Hey, Connor.
Comet, you poor thing. How's he doing?
Well, he's holding his own for now. We had him up and around the paddock once, which is good, but, you know.
Yeah, he didn't want to stand at all, but...
Well, we better take him for another turn. We need to keep him.
Go ahead,
keep him
yeah.
moving.
Thank you.
All right, I'll see if I'm at the vet on the phone.
All right, Ned.
Come on.
Well, he did it.
Well, he's not out of the woods yet. It's early.
But he's got a fighting chance now because of you. I can't believe how calm and collected you were out there. It was like you knew exactly what to do.
Well, see, with horses, they can sense how humans feel. So you got to be careful. You got to stay calm, or they'll make them panic. You got to keep their confidence up.
Well, you sure kept my confidence up. I was fighting panic every step of the way out there.
Yeah, well, me too. But don't tell Comet that. Man, I hope he makes it. I didn't say anything up at the house because I didn't want to make anybody nervous, but my dad and I always haven't had that great luck with these situations. I remember we were working on this farm one time, and there was this darling little broodmare. She was so funny. And it was a real hot summer day. Must have been 100 degrees outside. And one of the new hands made the mistake of giving her like 4 gallons of ice-cold well water. And of course, she drank it and went down immediately. My dad and I stayed up with her all night long trying to get her up. We tried everything. We were going crazy, but, well, I just remember her big brown eyes looking up at me. It was like she was pleading with us. Please make the pain go away. I never felt so helpless. Anyway, you know, when the vet finally got there, it was too late. So
You were anything but helpless tonight.
I couldn't have done it without you, Rosanna.
What'd I do?
You gave me strength. You do that somehow. You make me believe. If that horse makes it, it's because you and I were working together.
He'll make it.
Well, could you at least tell me if Mr. Keller is at home or if he's not? I mean, I just need to speak to him, that's all. No, it cannot wait until tomorrow. This... Oh, I hate officious butlers.
Lucinda,
I hate them.
I don't think Royce is in any shape to come to
I'm
the
just having
phone.
troubles. I'm having difficulties accepting this and understanding this. If Royce Keller and Neil were brother and sister, why wouldn't they have told anybody about it? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Royce Keller said they were brother and sister himself.
But can you believe him?
I saw the man. His grief was overwhelming.
I'm just having trouble accepting it. I'm going to go over to Neil's apartment. Matthew! I'm going to go over to Neil's apartment.
That won't do you any good, Lucinda. It's a crime scene. The police won't let you in.
I'm her employer. I mean, I was. And she was more to me than just an employee. She was a friend to me. Matthew, wake up, Fenwick. I'm going out.
All right, listen, if you're determined to do this, I'll drive you myself.
Well, I would appreciate that, because maybe between the two of us we can get some information. Forget about Fenwick, Matthew.
Well, why don't I go with you?
No, you go home and you get some rest, because it's going to be god-awful in the office tomorrow. Poor Scott is going to be a wreck, and I want to be able to count on you.
You can count on me.
All right.
All right. Good night.
God. Dear God. Let's go.
Now, of course, I can think of several explanations for Scott's door being unlocked and the state of the apartment.
But there is the scrapbook and the phone message from Ms. Alcott.
Don't jump to any conclusions. And I hope you haven't compromised any of the evidence.
Well, we weren't there in any official capacity. I just wanted to break the news to Tom's brother. As soon as I realized the situation, I called for a backup. Officer Bartow's stationed out there right now.
Okay, I'll wake up Judge Harris and get us a warrant.
Matt, could you hold off on that? Just a couple of hours. The evidence is safe, and I'm sure Scott has a perfectly logical explanation for it.
Logical or not, we've got a homicide on our hands.
Matt, Scott loves Neil. I don't know what this could do to him. What if he comes home and finds police swarming all over his
I've
apartment?
hold it, Hughes. I understand your concern. He's your brother-in-law. That's all the more reason why we've got to play this by the book. Now, the sooner we get that warrant, the better. McCluskey. What? Great. Mert. Good work. Right, bring it down to the station. Right. Well, looks like Eldridge may be off the hook. One of the downstairs neighbors says she knows who killed Neil Alcott.
And our house dressing is a creamy honey Dijon.
Oh, what the heck. After that aerobics class, I can afford to be a little bad.
And save it for dessert. This is new craft-free honey Dijon.
Fat-free, cholesterol-free. Yummy.
Hey, just wait till you taste it.
This is delicious.
Well, it is made with real honey and that tangy Dijon mustard.
New craft-free Honey Dijon non-fat dressing. If it tastes too good to be fat-free, it's craft-free.
I don't suppose you've got any craft-free chocolate cake?
When I get gas, I may look like this, but I feel like this, painfully bloated with gas.
Gas-X has the power to relieve gas faster than antacids.
So I feel like me again.
Painful gas needs the power of Gas-X.
I didn't really think I'd have to tie the refrigerator down.
Well, he was wrong.
We were going along, and just about right here,
We had a bump.
the refrigerator went end over end out the back.
He single-handedly wrestled it back into the trailer.
It's run great for over 5 years, no problem.
One problem.
More people repurchase Kenmore appliances and have them delivered than any other brand.
Now save $20 on this 7-amp Kenmore, just $79.99. Its lowest price ever during Kenmore days.
Dieters have different needs, so Accutrim made different formulas.
My appetite was humongous. before Atwt Maximum Strength.
I would lose my willpower after 3 p.m. until late day.
If it weren't for 16-hour, I'd eat all day and all night.
Accutrim, one is right for you.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
Next week, your role will change forever. Okay, not forever, but definitely for an hour.
Eye to Eye with Connie Chung.
My new program on CBS can be described in 2 words. Coming soon.
Eye to Eye with Connie Chung, coming June 17th.
This is CBS. News with Pam Crittenden tonight at 6 on News Channel 3.
Unbelievable. That's what people are saying about Cablevision's big $9.95 instant install special. It's unbelievable. Because if you call us by 3 o'clock today, you can get cable installed in your home by tonight for only $9.95. And here's something else that's unbelievable. You'll also get a free month of HBO. And if we don't make the appointment on time, the installation is absolutely free. This offer is good for a limited time only. Call Cablevision now at 365-6004. Appointments for tonight are filling up fast, so call now.
Pregnancy pointer number 5.
That you ought not think of it as pain.
What I had was pain.
Today at 3 here on News Channel 3.
They were 4 grown brothers who went their separate ways. But after their dad was mysteriously murdered, they reunited and took the case into their own hands. And after a little investigating, they discovered that Dad was worth nearly $1 million in life insurance policies. And stepmom was the sole beneficiary.
She told us that she was penniless, and we just happened to find the insurance policies.
Honor Thy Father on the next hard copy.
Today at 4:30. MASH tonight at 10:35 here on News Channel 3.
And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
Like a third wheel with you guys.
Oh, Caleb will be here soon.
I don't know. He sounded so vague on the phone. I think that this case he's working on is pretty complicated.
Yeah?
I like that suit.
Thank you. Is that you? It's a BRO original, if you please.
Oh, really?
Wow, I thought you said you were on a tight budget.
Yeah, we are on a tight budget. It was a freebie, actually. I was doing a shoot for BRO, and that's one of the perks of the job.
Excellent.
You do look very sexy in it.
Thank you, darling.
Actually, I think all the managers should just wear bathing suits to work.
It doesn't bother you that other men think Courtney's sexy?
Do you mind not talking about me? Like I'm not here.
Where are you, Court? No, it doesn't bother me.
Really? Wish Caleb felt the same way.
Ahoy! Ahoy! And avast, ye old tars. Oh, I don't get enough of this place during the day, huh?
No, I don't get time to enjoy it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Now, I remember that's what Ellie and I used to do. After a hard day, come by here, take a nice dip, hang out, look at the stars. It's great.
Kirk, I know you're selling the place to Mr. Grimaldi, and he's going to be making some changes?
Yeah, but only in the restaurant as far as I know, and as far as I know, your job is safe. The only thing that will change is that you'll have to share the pool with Damien and Lily for these late-night dips, because they're going to be staying at the yacht when they're in Oakdale.
I thought they were going back to Italy.
Who knows? Life's full of surprises, huh?
Well, I guess I'll get dressed. Doesn't look like Caleb's going to make it here for that swim.
Oh, so you heard, huh?
Heard what?
Well, the case that Caleb's working on. Neil Alcott was killed tonight.
Thanks. Judge Harris is issuing a warrant for the apartment.
I'd like to conduct a search.
Not this one.
Matt. Yes, sir.
I've got the witness outside, Lieutenant. The one who says she knows who killed Neil Alcott. Her name's Dorothy Brody. She and her husband live 1 floor down from the victim.
So bring her in, we'll question her in here. Snyder, set up the tape recorder, but take notes, too.
Yes, sir.
Tom know what's happened?
I didn't want to tell him over the phone.
Right this way, Mrs. Brody.
Oh, I want to thank you for coming down. I'm Lieutenant McCluskey. It's Detective Hughes. Officer Snyder, and you know Officer Murphy. We want to tape record your statement, so would you have a seat, please?
Thank you. I have asthma, and it's not good for me to get upset. That poor woman, so young, so beautiful.
Were you home for the whole evening, Mrs. Brody?
No. My husband and I went to the movies, the 9 o'clock show. We didn't get back until a few minutes after 11.
But she and her husband were home up until the time they left for the movie, isn't that right?
Yes. During supper, we heard the most dreadful racket upstairs. Sounded like someone pounding on a door. A man shouting.
Could you hear what he was saying?
Not clearly. Let's see. Something about breaking the door down if Miss Alcott didn't open it up. And something about not having killed someone. I thought I recognized the voice, so I looked outside, and there was his car, all right. It must have been him.
Who?
Miss Alcott's boyfriend. I seen them together.
Describe him.
A lean man, tall, brown hair. He had a nice smile.
But you didn't actually see him that night?
Well, no.
Would you excuse us a second? Marga, have a picture of Scott.
Circumstantial.
Right. Okay. Do you recognize this?
Yes, that's the man. That's Neil Alcott's boyfriend. He's the one who killed him.
Oh, that's impossible. Scott Eldridge is absolutely ridiculous. Say something, Margot.
Want a sensible treat that still tastes good? Try Dole fruit and juice bars. Real fruit chunks, frozen in delicious fruit juice. A sensible treat you'll really want to eat, unless you really want this. Dole fruit and juice bars. The great taste you can feel good about. And for the kids, introducing new Dole juice bars. Delicious fruit juice and nothing artificial.
Look out, America. The Choiceosaurus Sweepstakes is coming to Quality Inns, Hotels, Suites, and Resorts. You could win one of thousands of dinosaur prizes, or one of 7 weekly $50,000 giveaways. Just pick up an entry form at any participating hotel, and you could also win the grand prize. $1 million in cash. Call 1-800-4CHOICE because offers like this happen once every 60 million years.
How do you add rich, full flavor with no fat, no cholesterol, and very little sodium? The original way. Lee & Perrins. The original Worcestershire.
Gravity. It's more than a fragrance. It's a force of nature. Gravity. For men. You couldn't resist it, even if you tried.
Well, I was never so happy in all my life.
But why don't you, I'm just gonna refill this thermos with coffee, and then I'm gonna go back out and spell Lincoln Connor.
Good idea.
I'll help you.
You know what? You've helped so much already just by making those sandwiches. Really, that was a big help.
Well, I know hand salad's your favorite. Here, I'll fill this up for you.
Okay, thanks, Debbie. Well, I sure will feel better when Dr. Swenson gets here and gives him a shot of Banamar.
You're starting to sound like a vet yourself.
No, actually, I just looked it up in a medical book.
Oh, believe me, it was nothing in that book that say that. It was your determination.
That is
Yes,
true.
it was. Listen, you must be exhausted. Let me call Holden, see if he can
You know what? You don't need to do that. Why don't you just let him sleep? I think that Lincoln and I can handle it for the rest of the night with Rosanna and Connor's help, of course. And you know what? Speaking of Holden, I heard something at the cellar tonight that I think might affect him. Lily's new husband bought the yacht club. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, I guess we should get going, huh?
Okay. I'll go with you.
You don't need to do that, Debbie. Thank you. You can get some sleep, get some rest.
It's a good idea. It's the most sensible thing. You have to get up early and go to work at the yacht club in the morning.
Well, so does Rosanna. She's got farm work to do.
Oh, this is farm work. And Rosanna has her boss's permission to sleep late tomorrow. You too, Hutch, okay?
All right, if we ever get to bed. But don't worry. Everything should be all right, I think. If you don't hear from us, he's fine. Thank you, Debbie. Good night.
Take it easy now.
All right.
Well, since everyone keeps telling me I should go to bed, I guess I will. No, you guys probably want to spend some time alone together, too, and that's fine. Good night.
Good night. up pretty badly.
Well, now, Ned, you handled that as best you could.
I don't know.
Young love is very complicated business.
I'm afraid somebody's going to get hurt, and the way things are going, it looks like it's going to be my daughter.
Oh, you're going to be okay, Colin. I'm going to make sure of that.
Well, I think I know what happened. Somebody didn't fasten the latch on the stall door properly. Poor horse got out, managed to get into the feed bin, and gorged himself on oats. He is lucky to be alive. When I find out who's responsible, I'm going to give him hell.
Hey, guys.
Listen,
Hey, how's it going? He's doing okay. It's about time for him to take another turn around the paddock, though.
All right, well, here's some coffee. You guys relax, and we'll go ahead and take him. Come on, buddy. We're going to take you for another walk. Come on. Come here, buddy.
Come on.
I know you don't want to, but we got to go. Coffee?
No, thanks. Link, I was out here earlier for a ride after work. And I was sure that I fastened that latch correctly, but I was in a really big hurry and I was late for a dinner appointment, so...
You?
No, I'm not saying that I know that I did it. I just don't want you accusing someone else if there's a possibility
Brother,
that
animal's not some plaything, you know that.
I know that. Don't...
I mean, you may treat people that way, but horses deserve better.
Wait a minute.
No, you wait a minute. Now, I trained that horse down in Texas, and he's the best damn quarter horse I ever saw. And you know why? Because he's got a heart of gold. He'll put all his trust in you, give you 200%, and never ask for a thing in return. And how do you reward him? You damn near kill him because you've got to go off to some stupid dinner.
I did not...
You may be a big shot in business, but you don't know beans about horses. Cal never should have given you that horse. Leaving that stall door unlatched was downright criminal. You might as well have put a gun to his head and pull a damn trigger.
Color. But that's not all.
Designed like never before. New Color Riche Hydrating Lip Color by L'Oreal. Color more than color. Color alive with hydration.
Treat me right.
L'Oreal treatment so advanced. Lips feel moisturized, protected for 48 hours.
Do go on.
48 rich colors that go on and on. New Color Riche Hydrating Lip Color.
More than color, and how.
L'Oreal. More beautiful by design.
Is 39-year-old Seinfeld in a romance with this high school senior?
I want to know.
Did Whitney Houston fly to Hawaii with her sick baby to save her marriage? Exclusive photos are in the Inquirer. Is Ted Danson's wife filing for divorce after finding his secret love letters? What happened during Madonna's hush-hush rendezvous with basketball star Charles Barkley?
It's in this week's Inquirer.
How can you look younger and feel better? Find out in this week's Inquirer, filled with fascinating features for people with inquiring minds.
Like me.
Yes, that really was me, Elizabeth Ashley. And then I lost 25 pounds in only 12 weeks on the Ultra Slim Fast plan with these delicious ready-to-drink shakes. There's scrumptious chocolate, French vanilla, luscious new strawberry, and a rich, creamy coffee. The plan is easy. A shake for breakfast, one for lunch, and a sensible dinner. Even a candy bar is a snack. And if it works for me, it can work for you.
Ultra Slim Fast. Give us a week. We'll take off the weight.
I still can't believe the deal we got on this house.
Like taking candy from a baby.
Now there's a new kind of Stainmaster carpet called Stainmaster Plus that's better than ever at resisting dirt and stains. Stainmaster Plus. It's like Stainmaster, only better. Warranted by DuPont.
Well, seeing as I have to be back here in a few hours, we're heading home.
Julie, would you like a ride back to Lisa's?
Oh, no thanks. I heard from Caleb. He's on his way over.
Did you hear anything more about Neil's death?
Nope. I don't think he's supposed to talk about it.
Well, Scott's going to take this really hard. I wonder if he knows.
I don't think so. Look, guys, you can go ahead. I'll keep Julie company until Caleb comes.
Okay. Listen, I'll call you about rescheduling the shoot that was rained out tonight, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, good night.
So awful to think that Neil was killed.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Lucinda took it really hard. And not just because she was working with her. I think it was... Well, I think they were becoming close friends, actually.
For once, Lucinda and Lisa will feel the same about something. You know, Lisa was really hoping that Neil was going to be her daughter-in-law. She was even planning the perfect wedding.
Ah, yes, those perfect weddings. I actually had a perfect wedding once, right here. Well, it wasn't quite perfect. It wasn't exactly legal, as a matter of fact. But
right.
I still remember every single minute of it.
Did you see Ellie since she's come back?
Yeah. I actually danced with her tonight.
Oh.
It's our anniversary, you know. Well, it would have been our anniversary.
Oh. Maybe she's having second thoughts.
Divorce is pretty final.
Oh, don't be too sure, Kirk. You know, Caleb and I are divorced. We're also engaged again. Maybe you and Ellie have a second chance.
Well, hold that thought. But don't hold your breath.
It's fishy. Everything is fishy. And who is that woman? Why would she come forth with a statement like that? She's obviously trying to protect somebody else that Scott killed her.
Well, I think it's very strange the way Scott disappeared.
Well, I wonder where he can be. Maybe he's dead, too. Neil's dead. The Oakdale police are not very forthcoming.
The Oakdale police really can't say anything without compromising their case.
The Oakdale police haven't got a case. The Oakdale police haven't got a clue. Thank you, darling. I know that you didn't want to chauffeur me around. It's been waste of time. Go back to your wife. Go back to your room.
No, I called Jessica from the station. She understands.
Oh.
Listen, would it be better if I stayed here tonight?
Oh, God, no. You're so nice. I'm fine. I'm very...
No. Let's just hope the police can't get to the bottom of this.
I hope so. And I'll call poor Mr. Keller in the morning. I got a lot of questions that I want to ask that man.
All right.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Get some rest.
Love to Jessica. Do you believe it's possible that I've actually got two people working for me? I mean, two dedicated, bright, and loyal people?
Mrs. Walsh, there's so much I'd like to tell you.
Great. Tell me. This is the time. Tell me right now.
No, better stick to business, otherwise I'll keep you here until Monday. Soon, when we have some free time.
Poor Neil. Poor me. I'd like to speak with Detective Hughes, please. It's Mrs. Walsh. Yes. Margot, dear. I was just wondering if you would be able to do something for me. For me. And for Neil.
Some people say eating right means settling for less flavor. I say baloney. Well, like healthy choice, call it. We love them. Sure, they have less fat and salt, but I think that lets more flavor come through. The seasonings they use in the bologna, the honey and the honey ham, it's delicious. Takes the ham and dips it in the mustard and eats it. It's going to get eaten. It's not just going to sit in my refrigerator. With healthy choice, I get the nutrition and I get the taste, yeah.
Upper back pain, lower back pain, neck pain. There are all kinds of back pains. Extra Strength Tones relieves them all with an ingredient these brands don't have. Relieve back pain with Domes, the back specialist.
For diaper rash treatment and protection, your pediatrician's word is the most important word. And the word more pediatricians trust is Desitin. Desitin is recommended by 3 times more pediatricians than any other diaper rash formula.
It's where you had nicknames, attitudes, all-night talks, and part-time jobs. And since you left, it's the area code most of your calls go back to. Call AT&T now, and you could pay less for them. Spend $40 or more a month, we'll take 25% off your favorite area code, plus 15% off your other calls, guaranteed, with no fee. But you have to call 1-800-426-iPlan. Real savings made simple. Just another part of the iPlan.
Hey.
Doc Swenson will be back in the morning. We got to keep Comet moving, but Doc thinks he's going to be all right. We did it.
Hey, Hatch, can you give me a hand?
Yeah, what do you need, Connor?
I got a stone in my boot or something. If you could take him around the paddock one more time.
Yeah, sure. You look beat. Sit down.
I'll come with you.
Okay.
All right, look, if I made a mistake and this was my fault, I am sorry, but I don't need you coming around
Let
here
me
to tell
apologize first. I was worried about Comet. I have a real soft spot in my heart for that horse. But that's no excuse to blow up at you the way I did. Maybe it's about more than just the horse. Maybe I've got other things going on in my life right now.
Well, I got other things going on in my life too, Link.
I know. Apology accepted?
Yeah, sure.
You're staring. Oh, excuse me. You were saying about Scott?
Oh, just, I don't know, just what he said about Neil. He's been drinking. I mean, really drinking.
Well, let me ask you something. Has it
She
ever...
appears to be something that she's not. You know what I mean?
Huh. Well, has it ever struck you that both Neil Alcott and Royce Keller are very secretive people?
Excuse me, Mrs. Walsh, but a policeman dropped Buffy off from Detective Hughes. What would you like me to do with him?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Matthew. That's all, Matthew. Thank you. Hey.
Scott, it's Neil. If you're there, please pick up the phone. I know you're furious with me, but we have to talk. I realize I was out of line saying what I did about Michael's death, but your storming out wasn't the answer. No matter how angry you are, please come back here. I love you, Scott.
I know it sounds incriminating.
No, it's circumstantial at this point.
Exactly.
But then, so's this scrapbook full of clippings on Michael Alcott. I sure in hell wish I could hear Scott's explanation for this, when and if we find him.
He'll come back on his own.
Maybe. And maybe not.
Mac, we have to.
You know we do. Bobby, McCluskey, I want an APB on Scott Eldridge. Caucasian male, mid-30s, 6'2", brown hair, brown eyes. Last seen wearing tan slacks, rust shirt, beige plaid jacket. Wanted for questioning in the murder of Neil Alcott.
looking for itch and pain relief from bug bites and allergic rash, look for Advanced Formula Benadryl Cream, now with soothing aloe. Benadryl stops both itch and pain, even the strongest hydrocortisones can't. Benadryl Cream and Spray.
If you're concerned about the sun, seek shade. A new kind of shade. Shade UVA Guard sunscreen provides more UVA protection than ordinary sunscreens. So look for shade. New Shade UVA Guard.
You know those jeans you can't zip up? Well, after a month of rich chocolate almond and chocolate raspberry truffle, I'm living in mine, because I lost 8 pounds. On the diet plan for chocolate lovers, new Nestle Sweet Success. A luscious shake for breakfast, another for lunch, a sensible dinner, even a decadent snack for the same calories as other diet plans. The only diet that starts with Nestle and ends with sweet success.
Sometimes you can't see what gets into your clothes, but you can smell it. The morning exercise routine, a day out on the lake. And to get those odors out better, there's new Gain with bleach. It has odor-removing bleach. A color-safe bleach that does more than brighten and whiten. It removes deep-down odors for clothes so clean they smell like they were dried in the sunshine. They're sunshine clean. New Gain with odor-removing bleach. There's no clean like sunshine clean.
Jealousy, romance, conspiracy, passion, blackmail, seduction. On some shows, they just talk about it. Oh, honey. They do it on Guiding Light. All I can think about is doing it again. Quick, turn on the light. Guiding Light.
A woman is trapped in a deadly flash flood. Witness a death-defying rescue as it actually happens.
If the helicopter goes down, there's going to be catastrophic failure.
Rescue 911 tonight.
Emily's in for another shock when she hears tomorrow's confession. Now, why in the world would you miss it as the world turns tomorrow? And how do you get back at your enemy? Ruin their reputation, of course. Holly is out for revenge. Next on Guiding Light.
Jewelry by Monet. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.
This is CBS,